Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a St. Patrick's Day swag. For my base, I'm going to start with a large paint stick I purchased from Lowe's. They come in a 2-pack. I didn't measure anything, I'm just kind of eyeballing where I want my pipe cleaners to go. I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaners around the paint stick, but I'm going to have the open end of the pipe cleaners on each side of the paint stick. I did end up using 9 pipe cleaners. I make a loop and I put it in the first pipe cleaner, and then I'm just going to keep going until I make my way all the way around the paint stick. Just twist tie them into place. My poofs are around 10 inches long. I do like to fluff them as I go. The burlap that I'm using is a 5.5-inch unwired natural burlap ribbon. It's a Mainstays brand, and I did purchase that from Walmart. So I'm just going to keep making my poofs until I make my way all the way around the paint stick. Next, I wanted to work on my ribbon tails. I'm cutting them around 12 inches long. I'm using this black and white striped. Believe I got that from Walmart around Christmas time, and then a really pretty gold one. And the gold I did get from Michael's. I'm using the first ribbon that I cut at 12 inches as a guide, I guess you could say. So I'm just stacking and I'm just cutting it off. I'm not being real particular about measuring anything. Now I'm going to cut the gold ribbon at around 12 inches as well. I have 9 pieces of each ribbon. Now that I have them cut, I'm going to dovetail the ends. I'm going to stack my ribbons, and I'm using the black and white on the bottom and the gold on the top. I just stack it in my hand, pinch it in the middle, and place it into the pipe cleaner and twist it off like a bread tie. I do like to fluff my ribbon tails as I go. So you just find the middle of the ribbon, pinch it off, and you're going to put it in the pipe cleaner and twist it off like a bread tie. So I just keep going until I make my way all the way around the paint stick and I have every pipe cleaner filled with ribbon. This is where I was trying to decide how I wanted to put this sign on this swag because it is in 3 pieces. I was kind of confused for a second, but I did trim off the top green ribbon from the hat. So I put the sign to the side and I pulled out some greenery picks that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. All I'm going to do here is put one at the top and one at the bottom, kind of fluff it out, zip tie it together. Then I'm going to grab a pipe cleaner and attach it to my swag. I just move some things out of my way until I get to the paint stick, feed the pipe cleaner down, and then twist tie it off in the back like a bread tie. Okay, now I'm ready for my sign. I am going to use cable mounts on the back of the sign, and I just glue them in place and place a pipe cleaner through the holes of the cable mount. This way I have a way of attaching it to the paint stick. Of course, my cable mount fell sticky side down onto the mat. It's okay, it's glued into place. Now I'm going to add the pipe cleaners to the cable mounts. I wasn't sure if I wanted to cut these pieces into 3 different pieces or just leave it whole. I decided just to leave it alone and place it onto the swag. So I'm going to feed the pipe cleaners down through the swag until I make my way to the paint stick and twist tie it off like a bread tie in the back. You don't want to pull it too tight. I didn't want it to flatten the swag. I want it to look as if it's kind of sitting on top of it. Now I'm going to go through and trim up all of my pipe cleaners. I give them a couple more twists, clip them off, and then tuck them back down into the swag. As I'm doing this, I'm still messing with those ribbons. I will just not leave anything alone. I will just keep fluffing. I just keep going until I make my way all the way around the swag and I've trimmed up all the pipe cleaners. Now it's time to clean up my workstation, and now I'm ready to make my bow. I purchased this beautiful green and white ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and I thought it would be perfect for this swag. I start off by making an 8-inch tail. Then I'm going to do 6-inch loops, and I'm going to do 4 loops, 2 on each side of the bow. My mother had found this gold ribbon from an estate sale, and it's so different and it's so funky. I wasn't sure I could make loops with it, but I am going to use it as tails. I believe the gold will really complement this swag. Now I'm going to finish off my bow with a Dollar Tree ribbon I found in their wedding section. It's white with gold trim, and I'm only going to do 2 loops with this ribbon. I'm going to very carefully remove my bow from the bow maker, and I'm going to take a zip tie in the middle of the bow, and I'm going to just start the zip tie. I'm not going to crank it all the way down. I just want to start it, bring it to the back, but before I crank the zip tie all the way down, I want to put a pipe cleaner in that zip tie. This way I have a way of attaching it to the swag. Now I'm going to trim up my tails. The bigger ribbons I'm going to dovetail, and that smaller white and with the gold trim, I'm going to cut those at a slant. Now that I have my tails trimmed up, I'm going to fluff up my bow. They also call this breaking the bow. Now I'm going to add it to my swag. I wanted to go as far up as I possibly could on the paint stick because I did not want to cover up the hat. So I'm just feeding my pipe cleaner through the swag until I make my way to the paint stick, and I'm going to twist tie that off. Now that I have it on the paint stick, I'm going to twist tie the open ends of the pipe cleaner together to create a hook. This way I have a way of attaching it to my door. I had 2 pipe cleaners from the sign that I needed to trim up. So I just clipped them off and tucked them back into the swag. I am going to add extra glue to that top pipe cleaner. That's the one that is attached to the bow, and it's also the one that I created a hook out of, but I just want it to be extra secure, so I'm just going to add some glue to the top. Now I want to cover up my mechanics in the back. I have this burlap ribbon I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue this to the back of the paint stick. Before I start gluing this in place, I did want to pull out my finger guards. I purchased them from the Dollar Tree. These are the finger guards, and I love them. Start by gluing it to the actual paint stick, and then as I go, I actually put the glue on the pipe cleaners and it worked out a lot better. So I'm going to hit every pipe cleaner with some glue and put that in place, and when the glue dries, you can't even see it. It's perfect for covering up any mechanics. I'm telling you, these finger guards are a finger saver, and I believe they come in a pack of 3. Okay, now that the back of my swag is all dried, I'm going to go back and fluff up my bow. I'm just going to keep fluffing the bow until I have it exactly where I want it. I probably spend way too much time doing this. Okay folks, this is my completed project. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.